What's going on, boys and girls? It's me again, Jimmy the Fish, aka Opus XPN. And allergies are killing me. Yeah, boy. I took some Zyrtec, but damn, these freaking things are hitting me hard. Um, well, I did a quick testing, very quick testing on my hatchets, and I am gonna tell you what I think about each one. I hit the same piece of wood with each individual one, and I felt my hand, how I felt, and how I chopped, how I cut, and so on. This is what I'm carrying right now. This is my EDC blade right now. This is the Endura CDP 189. Um, it's getting a good patina. I don't use this knife much, just once in a while, but it's getting a very nice patina on it. CDP 189 is a very hard carbide steel. It is considered a stainless in a way, but I see it more as a tool steel like D2, like M4, within those um, range of steels. The thing is with CDP, when I had the original edge on the knife, I got a small chip cutting some stuff, so it's a very hard carbide, but you will need to get a secondary bevel on it to make it stronger. So it needs a stronger edge, and it's getting a very nice patina on it. I really like it. I like the color it's getting. Well, besides that, I'm gonna show you, got a piece of wood, branch of a tree, and start chopping away with different hatchets. The first one you're gonna see is the Marvel's double bit hatchet. The second one will be the cold steel. The third one will be the Marvel's camp axe. The fourth one, the Husqvarna hatchet. The fifth one is gonna be the Vaco. The sixth one's a Craftsman, and the last one is the Lowe's hatchet, the Lowe's brand hatchet. So I'll bring you the results once you're gonna see what I did and my thoughts on each one.
Rumors spreading round United Texas town about the shack outside the game. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm racing.
Alright, guys, I'm back, and after doing the test on each one, they all did okay, um, but there were some better ones and some worse ones, right? Um, I'm gonna more or less give you my thoughts on each. It's my opinion. Somebody else might have better luck with them. This is how I felt. I wasn't hitting it super hard. I was just, basically the weight of the hatchet and a little bit of force to it. I wasn't, really ramming down on them. I wanted to see how much they could do, without using a lot of force. Um, the majority of them have been touched up with my files and stone. The only one that I left untouched was the Husqvarna. Everything else has been, retouched by me, or I have put an edge on it. Um, so I'm gonna start from the uh, the worst one to the best one, in my opinion, in my experience, what I did here, what they showed to me, how they performed. Uh, the worst one to me was the Vaco. The Vaco, it had a very good penetration on it. It has a very keen edge, but after a couple of whacks, I see the edge a little bit of vent and a very small chip on it. So it does chop good and it does penetrate good, because you have a very, very, very cute angle on that, and you don't have a lot of, I want to say, thick um, wedge on it. But that can be good for smaller branches, but anything larger will get, you're gonna get friction on it and probably gonna get stuck, because the thing penetrates pretty damn good. But again, you got a soft steel that's, bending and chipping the edge. So that for me is a big factor. So, for that reason, I am gonna go with, that's gonna be number seven, the last one. Um, the next one that I thought, and it probably be my fault, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I need to get that edge a little bit, with less angle on it, is the Craftsman Carpenter's Hatchet. That one did okay, but it didn't penetrate that good. It chopped okay, but it didn't penetrate that good. So, but it had a better chopping action than the Baco. That's the reason I give it, a number six. Um, Number five, I'm gonna go with the Marvel's Double Bit. It worked okay, it chopped okay, it's a fair hatchet, but the thing is, the head is so light that you have no heft behind it, and even though you get a very nice, you know, you get a good penetration on the head, it needs weight on it, so it's more of a novelty hatchet more than anything. Still nice, but it's more of a novelty hatchet. Okay, number four, I'm gonna go with the cold steel, the gang hatchet or gang axe. I don't know how you call it, but the cold steel. The cold steel has very good heft to it, and it has a straight handle. Um, it has good weight on it. The thing is, that thing sticks because it is so, uh, it's so sharp, and you have, a lot of heft on the back and low angle on it, that thing digs in really, really, really good. So I do think that's the reason why they made it like that. Is more of a throwing axe more than anything, but it will serve you well to chop, branches and stuff like that. The thing is, it is sticky, so for that reason, I give it a number four, or the fourth place on my test. Um, Number three, I'm gonna go. Well, this one was a hard one, but I think uh, due to the performance of it and the other ones, that's the reason I went with number three. Number three, believe it or not, is the Lowe's Hatchet. The Lowe's Hatchet, the Lowe's brand hatchet. The Cobalt is a Cobalt brand. That's the brand from Lowe's, Cobalt. That little hatchet, for its size, had a very good penetration and good chopping power. So, when I was hitting that thing, there were chunks like flying out. So I was very impressed with that inexpensive little hatchet. That was like $15 or $16, something like that, around there. And the edge remained really in good condition. Didn't have, I checked for chips and everything. Couldn't see anything, and So I give the Lowe's Cobalt brand Hatchet a number three. Very good performance on that one. I was surprised. Um, Number one and two, it's a debate because for me, both of them did a good job, but one felt better than the other. Um, it was more of a preference on the hand than the actual performance. Um, it was number two. It was the Marvel's Camp Axe. That Camp Axe is very inexpensive. It was I think it's in the $24 range, but it performed really, really, really good. Um, it has very good weight, very good penetration, and very good chopping power. There was chunks flying out on that one too. Um, and I wasn't even putting a lot of force on it, but it was cutting pretty damn good. So for that reason, I gave the Marvel's Campax number two on my test, and the number one was the Husqvarna Hatchet. I'm not partial to Husqvarna, just because I like him. No, I was doing a test. What the Husqvarna has over the Marvels is the actual comfort or the balancing on the hatchet itself. Both had good weight, both have good penetration, and both have good chopping power. Um, the Husqvarna is a little bit heavier, by not much, just a little bit heavier. Um, and But the balancing, that's what got, or what I like better than the marbles. But you know, if it's just on performance, I think both are within the same range. The marbles, Campex, and the Husqvarna Hatchet. So if you want a good performing axe and you don't want to break the bank, it's a small axe. It's a camp axe basically. So it's between a hatchet and an axe, like in between, right in the middle. It has a pretty nice size. It's not that heavy. It is the Marvel's camp axe, and of course the Husqvarna is great too, but the Husqvarna, it is a little bit heavier. Um, I mean, both of them, they're good performance, but you know when it comes to price, I think the Marvels takes it because it costs half the price of the Husqvarna, and it performs very well. But you know, it's comes down to preference, and I like the balancing on the Husqvarna a little bit better, so that's the reason why I chose Husqvarna Hatchet as the number one performer in the test. So that's it. That's my testing. Of course, it wasn't as intense, and I was just doing some simple chopping. Doing some simple swings to a branch, and I wanted to see what they did. Each individual one hitting the same media, the same piece of tree or branch or whatever. So I just wanted to see how they performed individually within the same environment, and I had different opinions before, but now that I went by one by one, individually within the same time range, that gave me a better idea on which one does better than the other. Um, and again, the tool that really surprised me was, or well, the one that really surprised me the most was the Lowe's Cobalt brand one. That for me, that's like I thought that was gonna be towards the bottom, but it was not. It did perform very well. And the Marvel's Compacts, I thought the Cold Steel was going to be a little bit better, but it is not. The Marvel's Compacts it's better when it comes to camping chores and stuff like that. Um, so that's my review. That's my testing. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you soon again with another video. Bye bye.